Consumers are definitely demanding more transparency around their food choices. People want to know what they're putting in their bodies, and they want to understand where things are coming from, how they're produced.
I always like to think of kind of the sustainable impact when I go for my food choices.
Service. I spent most of my childhood growing up around food. My grandma was a cook, my granddad was a farmer. It's just really happy memories. To keep the carbon footprint as low as we can, we're a good eating company. We have the farm just outside of London, growing seasonal vegetables for us.
Morning, mate. How are you?
Morning, how are you? Nice to see you.
We're going to look at the plot. So, as you know, we farm in a very different way to conventional farming. We don't use any artificial fertilisers. We will collect food waste, turn that into compost. We put that compost onto the field. We've got kale, we've got some amazing salad coming on, which will be coming up to you, some cucumbers.
Amazing. I think we can use that kale on some of our salad bar displays for sure.
This was harvested Monday, so it's already growing back.
Yeah.
And then we've got chocolate mint over there as well.
Mm-hmm. There's loads in that one at the end.
Yeah. Food is a big contributor to greenhouse gases. Today we work in 45 countries across various different sectors, including hospitals, schools. We are providing food to nearly 80 million people across the world every day.
There's your bib, sir.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
For example, we have the Good Eating Company across many sites, which is really based on providing more sustainable food, which is delicious and fun to eat. It starts first with our supply chain. Sodexo is partnering with more and more farmers to buy produce that is more sustainable. The second piece is reflected in the way we build our menus. So we have a target to have by 2030, 70% of our main dishes that are low carbon meals. The third thing that we're doing is training our chefs. We want our chefs to be inspired to produce more sustainable food.
So Ben, we are gonna make our kale pesto now. We'll start off with our lovely green blanched kale coming from Full Circle Farm. Just needs a little bit of encouragement sometimes.
So the consumer is an important part of our value chain. For example, we know that the consumer will look at cost, will look at taste, while making a decision. The biggest challenge for us is to ensure that more sustainable food and healthy food is fun, it's delicious, it's tasty, it looks great.
The plant-based movement has kind of grown and grown and grown, and I really enjoy focusing on vegetables. When you're planning a new dish, it's very customer driven. You have to be aware of your demographic of where you are and also the ingredients and the time of year it is. We like to give our customers as much choice as we can so they can make their own educated decision as to what they want to eat that day. So as you know, we've had increased demand for plant-based dishes. This morning, Ben and I have obviously worked on a dish. We got some kale and broad beans and red onions from Full Circle Farm. We have a little taste. Let us know what you think.
Lots of acidity.
Mm-hmm.
Good colours in there.
Get it on from lunchtime then?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're happy, we'll get this uploaded onto our carbon labelling.
The cafe is quite diverse. We have a lot of options. I love the salads. They're super light and healthy. So we need to have these options as close as possible to make good choices, good food choices.
Keep these three. Feedback's probably one of the most important things we can receive, whether it's positive or negative. We have a responsibility just to look after those people and ensure that we're providing them balance and healthy offerings. I think it's actually easier to make great tasting food with more sustainable produce because it's seasonal, there's fewer food miles on it, it's coming in fresher to us. It makes life so much easier to make great food.